Hey everybody, hope you guys are all doing okay. Welcome back to Let's Play Siralim Ultimate. And in today's episode, I think we're just gonna do a regular, chill, the usual, go down a bunch of realms, kill a couple false gods kind of episode. Because the next major thing on our list to do is we've got to get the rest of Jotun's anointments and just make it so that we never have to fight that guy ever again, which means it's gonna take around 3-4 more episodes, and it feels like it's a while away because it's gonna take a couple weeks, but by the end of it we are gonna feel pretty good about it. But one thing that I think we might do right now, which is a thing that I haven't really been doing, is I haven't been to the glamour shop like since the 2.0 update. And I think the main reason I didn't go to it earlier on was because you gotta buy things with the currency, the new currency that was introduced called Glamour, and I was like, well, let's accumulate a bit of Glamour first. Now, is there even anything for us to buy? Well, no, there's a few things. How much glamour? We've got 15 million. This costs 5,000. So let's just buy out everything that isn't. Whoa. Okay. So this is getting a little expensive. These are landscapes. So I think this stuff would go in the background. Right now we've got the. Ooh, this could be interesting. I guess we'll just buy all of it. Because what else are we gonna do with all this glamour? Okay. Banners, those are all done. Costumes. Alright. Let's buy out this stuff. Floor tiles are all done. Lights are all done. Miscellaneous. This is interesting. Founding of a new home. This is giving me ideas. This is giving me... Ooh, there's some music for us to buy. And it's changing the music to give us a preview of it as we hover over it, which is gonna make for a very confusing sequence while I'm buying all of this. Okay. No paintings, no plants, a couple plushies for some of the new creatures that were added. One new rug. Ooh, that looks interesting. Pleistocene runes. We got no new scrolls, no new statues, no new tables and chairs. I think these are going to be repeatable purchases, so let's not do anything yet. No new portals. And finally, there is gonna be a set of achievements for this. Let me show you where these achievements will show up. I think they're going to show up under castle achievements. Yes, Fairweather Friend, for buying weather effects for our castle. So that's the last thing for us to buy. We're just gonna buy all of these, man. And I think these are gonna be the same weather effects that we see in the various realms, and we can have them in our hub area if we want. This obviously is going to be a spider swarm. I'm tempted to put that in, but I won't. I feel like there's a lot of people who are uncomfortable with spiders or just the idea, even if it's a cartoon graphical effect, if it's just things crawling across the screen. Right, so let's let these achievements pop. There's going to be like 10 of them, I think. And while we're going, I wanted to put... Actually, hang on a second. If you go to decorations, that new set of runes that we unlocked, I think it technically was classified as a rug. It's called the Pleistocene runes, I think. The Pleistocene runes. And I think it perfectly goes around this rug. That looks kind of nice. But I think it brings it a little bit too close. So, what we'll do is we will move this down by 1. This way it's also in line with the 2 rugs by the entrance, and then we'll put the Pleistocene runes around it. I'm thinking that's gonna look pretty nice. Honestly, I think that looks pretty sick. What do these runes mean? Hard to say, but we put them in, and now this lines up with these and makes this place a little bit more interesting. And I think we'll leave it up to the imagination what these runes mean in the context of our, arena, martial arts training area. And having done all of this, I think, actually, hang on a second. Hang on a second. I'm getting way too sidetracked with decorations. Let me look at some of the miscellaneous decorations. I wish it would show you. Ancestor Spirit. I wish it would show you, like, what the newly unlocked decorations you had. Like, put them in a separate place. Right. Let's see. One thing that's bugging me slightly with the arena area is that I think having 2 weapon racks is a little bit much. I think what you should have is 1 weapon rack on one side and then something else, something that looks different on the other side. So I'm gonna actually... that looks good. Lot of treasure chests. The first rune. The cat. Then we got a bunch of Titan's Wound stuff. There's gonna be something. There's bound Ooh, that's a swampland's treasure. That might not be bad. Seething blade. How? No, that's kind of going into the ground. It's not going to look. Actually, I was going to say it's not going to look good on the wall, but if you put it on the wall, it kind of still does look like it's hanging on the wall, but it just has like a, you know what? You know what? Yeah, let's add in the seething blade. And just make it seem like it's hanging on the wall. And see how that feels. I think that looks pretty decent. It looks like it's hanging on the wall, but at the same time, it kind of looks like there's some something going on. So we've got some animated looking things on the ends, but they're different things. So we got one big sword, and then we've got a whole big rack. We added some runes around our rug. We moved our rug so that it's in line with the like these rugs at the entrance. And I'd say this section is looking pretty good. We could add something into the corners. I'm thinking maybe like portraits. Or maybe we don't want to maybe we don't want to overdo it. Maybe we want to leave some blank spots just so that the things we have put in there look like it's a bit more like it draws more emphasis. You don't need to fill every single spot with something. Okay, so that's a lot of time we spent. More than 12 minutes, and we haven't even gone into a single realm yet. One thing I want to check is we are still only at 93% game completion. Those 10 achievements got us a little bit closer, but not quite enough to put us onto another achievement percentage threshold. Right. Now this is good, because we do need to find a lot more of these guys. Alright. And that's another exotic dude unlocked. Right, we gotta take out some wasps in this realm. Alright. Alright, folks. Alright, folks. Let's get our head back in the game, because we did spend a lot of time just fiddling around with the decorations. But listen, I feel like decorations to me are a pretty important part of the game. They help the world feel like it's alive. It makes the game feel more immersive, and it's things like that which make you is this a new skin or a no? The Mimic did have the Titan's Wound skin, I think, but I think we've already found that skin. But yeah, like the like cosmetics and, you know, things that don't directly have gameplay effects, but just make things look different. That's a big part of video games for me. In terms of making the games feel... making the time you spent playing the game feel more meaningful. So, yeah. It's not wasted time to just take a few minutes and adjust the look of your hub area, because you are going to be spending a lot of time in there. There's one of the wasps. And then there's going to be one more wasp. There's going to be one more wasp. Somewhere. I think, are you the master? You are the pitworm. The pitworm master, and you are just immediately dead. Alright. And we do need to kill some candle enemies, I'm pretty sure. Yep, so what kind of enemies do we need to kill? Life and death, and a lot of chaos. So what we'll do is we'll summon a lot of chaos. We'll do some death, and I think it's gonna tell us that we can't summon any life. Oh, we can summon life. Okay, good. How many of them? I think 19. Yeah. All right, so we'll go around. We'll kill some of these dudes. Please stop, dude. God, this is so dumb. Motherfucker. They were resistant to debuffs. So, get fucked, you pieces of shit. Look at man. Look at how annoying that shit was. And we're finding way too many nether stones. Way too many nether stones. Alright, what we'll do is we'll kill a couple of these guys, and then we'll summon, I don't know, probably some sorcery creatures. And might... Well, we've already killed a lot of nature creatures. Don't really need to summon more of them. Alright. Would very much like to get this done. This objective, just so that, you know, we can all move on with our lives. So what I want to do, I want to get some sorcery creatures, so let's just get, I don't know, eye animation. And let's get some more chaos guys. Oh god. Yeah, I really don't like how the game has reduced the number of creatures you can summon. Alright. Okay, now we can definitely summon one more group. Okay, but how many more of them do we even need to kill? We're at 11, so we need to kill like 7 more. This is a nice big group. Nice big group. God damn. Stop it, please. Stop it. Alright. Okay. Let's go up and around. Maybe we'll get the remaining kills we need from just exploring, and looks like we might, because we are pretty close. I think we're gonna need one more, or was this the final one? This was the final one. Alright boys, let's pack it in, let's wrap it up, let's move on. well, before we move on to the next realm, there's a whole bunch of nether stones that we need to destroy. Alright. Starting with 213, 220, 255, 213, 220, 255, and then 332. Alright. 213, 220, 255, and I think 332. This one. Alright, now that that's done, let's take out a little nether boss pretty quick. Alright. Right, another exotic. Finally, we're getting some good luck, and this one looks pretty badass. Iron Maiden. Alright. Alright. I think we're probably pretty close to... Fuck off, man. I hate these bards. What was I? I was in the middle of something and then I got my train of thought derailed. Yeah, I was gonna say, I think we're pretty close to finishing the new Bestiary. Because all we really need is a couple more exotics. Alright. Alright, in fact, let's confirm that. We are... Hey! In fact, I think we finished the Bestiary. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good. We finished the Bestiary. But not the card album. Because... this really bothers me. I feel like the dev should just... If there are only this many cards in the game right now, then don't... Then don't tell the player that they haven't finished their collection when in fact they have. You don't need to have like a placeholder thing in, you know, the final build of the game that's actually, you know, that's actually live, right? You can have that in the in your own like sketch version of the game. Like, if you need it to be there just to remind you how many cards you're gonna add, you don't need to have that in this version of the game, right? I feel like that really bothers me. I mean, like, yeah, I'm happy that there's content added to the game, but given that it really does look like I have found every single card that exists in the game right now, the game interface is essentially like just lying and telling me that no, I haven't completed it, when in fact I have. And even if you fully intend to add 300 new cards, right? Well, they're not in the game right now. So what the card album should say right now is based on, or should be based on, what is in fact in the game right now, and not what's gonna be in the game, you know, 7 months 7 months from now. I'm sorry, this is a It's a little, it's just, I don't know, it's just something that bothers me. And I don't think I'm even being unreasonable, right? Game completion is like the tally for how much of the game you've completed. That's a big part of a lot of games. You know, you complete more of the game tells you you've completed more, the game gives you percentages. And if you're just not being given credit for having completed as much of the game as is physically possible to complete, if you're being told, no, actually no, you haven't found all the cards when, you know, those other cards don't even exist, that's a little not cool, man. Alright. Let's start a new assassination. So we killed, what was it? It was a war giant? Okay. And now we need to kill basically anybody where we've got 0 trait materials. So Ghoul Ringleader, I guess, is next on the list. And then there's a whole bunch of gemlings. In fact, literally every gemling. And then one of the gargoyles. So there's we did all the god spawns, but there's gonna be a lot of other assassinations that we still need to do. Alright. 351. Do I want to fight vortex enemies? I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no. I think we can... I need to slow down. 374. Pretty good. Alright. Okay. Oh. Do I need to fight a treasure golem? I don't. He's gonna... I was gonna say he's gonna start combat with me. I tried going to the left to dodge this guy. He walked right into me and started combat. This is another thing that the game needs to change. Because not everybody wants to fight treasure golems all the time. A lot of the time you do, like especially if you're still farming for cards, treasure golems have a pretty good chance of giving you a card drop. They also give you a good amount of resources. But if you aren't farming cards and if you don't care that much about resources, then a lot of the times you just want to skip them, right? Because for what you're actually getting out of it, a lot of the times, like, any individual treasure golem isn't gonna be the thing that you're like, oh wow, I'm really glad that happened. Like, oh yeah, okay, you gave me several tens of thousands of resources, but also I've got hundreds of millions of those resources to begin with, so how much do I really care about that? Oh, you gave me one duplicate card. I've got, you know, hundreds of those. And it might be a duplicate for a stat that I don't even really care about that much. So, yeah. It's yeah. I wouldn't even mind if they reverted treasure golems to how they used to be, where they were running away. And yeah, it's a little bit annoying for a lot of people, I get that, but it also introduced a bit of a puzzle component, right? Like, okay, this guy's running away. Where can I create... Knowing that his AI is predictably gonna make him just go away from me, how can I trick this guy into cornering himself? And yes, that would be really annoying depending on realm layout. If you had to run down a really, really long corridor just to get the treasure golem to a spot where you could track him down. But I still think that's a bit better than treasure golems randomly starting fights with you when you don't want to fight them. I think that's worse. And not only is it annoying, right? Because our build right now sometimes struggles against treasure golems because we mainly rely on indirect damage, which treasure golems are immune to. But beyond that, it's also the it clashes with the lore presentation of the game. That, oh, killing a treasure golem is such a mean and awful thing to do. And you only do it if you're going out of your way to do it. That's what makes the fact that you get scolded every time you kill a treasure golem. The only thing that makes that make sense is the fact that you went out of your way to kill that treasure golem. And if they're just gonna teleport into you and start combat, then that doesn't make sense anymore. I've said this before, but I think it bears repeating, right? The game mechanics should line up with the way the game presents itself from a lore point of view. Oh god, extra traits. But yeah, the treasure golem situation not really working out. Alright. Oh my god, did they shuffle the timeline? I don't know what they did, but that was annoying. No, we haven't found any of those batteries. Well, here's one of them. Hey, it's the Mimic Master again. Alright. That was really annoying because of the fact that they all had extra traits, and oh my god, there was already a treasure golem in this realm, and now the Pando Shrine summoned a second one. Alright, well, stay the fuck away from me, dude. Come on, man. I was not standing next to him, and I was moving away from him, and yeah, see that needs to stop. That needs to stop. That makes no sense. It's annoying as fuck. It makes no lore sense, and the only thing it's accomplished is you've turned treasure golems into just regular trash mobs that are, I don't know, that are just starting combat with you from, like, they're teleporting into you to start combat. So then what's the point of pretending like treasure golems are some different type of enemy? I don't know, man, it's just, it's not working out for me. Oh, shut the fuck up. Oh, these extra traits are really testing my patience. Alright, come on. Still though, it was fun that we ran into the Mimic Master again. Every encounter with him does make our Mimic stronger, and the reason we haven't finished this realm is because I wasn't paying attention to the realm objective. We actually need to get into some extra combat, because it is not optional. 100 favor is actually a good amount of favor to get for interacting with a single realm object. So that one, I think that's pretty good. And let's get another quick 100 favor for the object, and then obviously, you know, favor for beating the realm. And I think we're done. Yep. Got another nether stone to destroy. It's rarity 200 something. I forgot what it was. 208. We get that out of the way. Ooh, Gladiator 9. Getting pretty close. 208. And let's get this. Isaros is now rank 81. And now I'm pretty sure we are rank 81 or above with everybody. Yep. So everybody who's rank 81 now gets another pilgrimage. Alright. Keep things moving. Alright. Alright. Do you not have... Hang up. Why don't... This is why my macro wasn't working, is because... we lost Time Walk. Why did we lose Time Walk? Oh, did I remove Time Walk? Well, I guess I can give Time Walk over to you. It doesn't matter that he can't cast Time Walk himself. It'll just be there for the purposes of giving the ethereal gems. So yeah, no, it wasn't anything about like you know, the patch or the hotfix that broke my macro. The thing that broke my macro was the spell that they're supposed to cast. They just lost it somehow. And I'll explain what I mean. So if I go to macros, so well, I guess I'll go to the creature and I'll show you the macro that way. So the macro that these guys are using, if you look at line the line just below the silenced lines. If any enemy has the trait Defer Pain, cast Time Walk on them. And the reason they're not casting Time Walk is because whoever originally had Time Walk, I unequipped it, or maybe I changed the class for some creature and then they lost the spell gems that they didn't have equipped, or something like that. Something dumb like that happened. Another Pando Strand, that's good. Alright. We're hitting rank S. with some of these creatures, which is pretty nice. Alright. You are an Imler Master. Alright. Oh, get fucked. Hate Bard so much. Alright. Okay. Gonna take a look at the... Ooh, hey, nice. Ooh, this is gonna be... Have we seen this guy before? Am I on drugs right now? What's going on? You guys see this, right? Clearly there's something amiss. Okay. This needs to be fixed, like, very, very quickly. Like, you see what, like, look at the top left. Bestiary 1362 over 1. Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's funny, but at the same time, it's a problem because not like you have no idea how much of the game you've completed if the game's internal numbers aren't accurate, right? So that needs to be fixed. That needs to, yeah. I'm sure people have already mentioned this in the Discord. I'll see if I can find somebody mentioning it, and then I'll upvote them. Or if I can't find them, then I'll just leave another suggestion. And I'm like, you know what? If it's a duplicate, then like you guys can like let me know where it is, and I'll go upload that. But yeah, this is a little bit of an issue. I mean, it would be fine if this was like a very, very temporary thing, like the next update was days away, but the next update, I think, at a minimum is months away. So you can't be playing a game for months and not having an like accurate idea of how many things there even are in the game. Anyway, this is gonna be our first Jotun fight for this episode. Alright, Jotun, you're gonna go down. Not putting him at the top of the timeline, just... Alright. Protected elites, okay. Oh, and I forgot to change, I forgot to give the time walk back. Spell damage is fine. Chance to avoid damage is actually fine. We're about to hit another favor act, that's gonna be pretty good. Duplicate card as well. Okay. Okay, go to the left, go to the right. I guess grab one of these. We take a look at the Rune of Prophecies. It's looking okay. And I think we will leave the Netherrealm thing well, there's gonna be a lot of shit that's not completed. This is kind of a bad Rune of Prophecies. I'm not gonna lie. Because we haven't found Riddle Dwarves. We haven't found Nether Portals. Obviously, I'm not going to be doing 2 raid missions. Where the fuck is everybody in this realm, man? Alright, another Mimic. Alright. Okay. Let's just get this fight out of the way. Man, I'm so looking forward to never having to fight this guy ever again. Okay, that's pretty good. Should be ending soon. Okay, yeah. I mean, I understand his gimmick, but I feel like he does take way too long. There's another duplicate card. And now we can visibly see the number of anointments is shrinking. There's only 1, 2, 3, 4. There's only 5, 6, 7, 8. Only 8 of them left. Keeping treasure gives us a double trait netherstone. Interesting. And another 6,000 reputation. Let's take a look at this netherstone. It's 400 something. After this creature defends, it takes damage and then gives a buff. Interesting. This creature can equip an additional spell gem for each. I don't care. Nobody cares. Well, we've killed the master, I'm pretty sure. Well, there is another Riddle Dwarf. We need a bunch of these guys. Grove. There's a few ways to find Riddle Dwarves outside of just randomly finding them. Like randomly finding individual Riddle Dwarves in realms. There's a realm quest which spawns in, I think, 3 Riddle Dwarves. And then you gotta talk to 2 of them. Then there's a nether encounter that has 4 Riddle Dwarfs in it. And that's also a pretty good one. If you're on the prophecy mission to answer Riddle Dwarf questions. We, however, are gonna have a really tough time finding 3 more of these guys. Yeah, this is a pretty shaping up to be a pretty bad Rune of Prophecies for us. Alright. What we gotta do is, we gotta head home. We gotta... Well, first of all, let me just make sure that I'm making Goblet of Trials progress. Because I forgot to do that. Yeah, okay, one more realm will do it. One more realm will do it. Oh, no. We gotta set a bounty before we go. Against Jotun. And now we can move on. Alright, I think we're good. We gotta take on Ramses. Tremors suck. They fucking suck. And, oh my god, Tremors and extra traits. What a fucking awful realm, man. Part of me is like, you should just forfeit. I don't want to waste my time. So I'm just not... Ooh, real war. Nice. And... Oh my god. And a chance to resist damage. I think this might be... one of the worst realms I've seen in recent history. This might be the worst realm since episode... And, of course, it's got a protected enemy in it as well. Just to... in case all that other shit wasn't good enough. Whatever, dude. Get wrecked, man. Go the fuck away, dude. What a stupid... I'll do these extra offshoot areas. Oh my fucking god, dude. Are you fucking kidding me, man? Imprudence. Well, let's take a look at that trait. At the end of each creature's turn, this creature stops defending and gains. Okay, whatever. Don't care. Don't care, and I'm not doing any optional combat because this realm is absolute trash. Absolute trash. This is good though. Even though nothing happened, still good because we need a couple more of those. Do we? No, we don't. We're done. We're done with those. We need a couple more of these guys. We need a couple of these guys. Oh god, get the fuck away. I don't want to fight. Okay. Nice. Well, we can leave this realm, but no, we gotta fight the boss first. Okay. There's the boss. I see him down there. Alright, let's just hit this. Okay. These guys were at least cooperative. That was annoying as hell, but we got through it. The goblet is full, we gotta hand in the goblet. Alright, let's finish this. Motherfucker, fucking stop, dude. awful, miserable realm. The game should be ashamed. Alright, let's destroy this nether stone pretty quick. 179 it was. Hand in the goblet. And then roll the next goblet. Okay. Gladiator is what we need. And second now. Man, please. There we go. It didn't take that long. Now that the game is much quicker at saving and loading. Is there anything else we need to do while we're still in here? No, I don't think so. So we're just gonna... Oh, I had 371 and I ruined it. I gotta slow down. 350, I'll take it. You see, like 2 rounds in a row, chance to resist damage. At least we're gonna get a Riddle Dwarf. Alright. Alexandria rules over Damarel. Alright. We gotta find treasure. Alright. Buried treasure, okay. Okay, like this stuff? Okay, yeah. Okay, let's go up here. Oh, please stop, dude. Okay. Alright, the Rune of Prophecies is getting a little bit filled out, but we really are gonna need the Riddle Dwarves to come through for us if we want to have a good showing, because otherwise we're gonna miss out on a whole 2 extra lines. No, 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 I don't want a treasure golem. Okay, stay away from me, dude. Stay the fuck away from me, dude. Stay the frick away from me, man. Alright, finally we're gonna get a new achievement. A new master achievement for fighting the Lucanians. For the 9th time. Alright, let's finish this. Another nether stone. Another nether stone. Alright, I don't know if we found. We did find the wood for those guys. Alright, now we got it. Gotta take out another nether stone. I think this one was 189. Alright, next. Immediately jump into another realm. And by that, I guess we're in the same realm. Oh my god, stop it. Okay. And this is going to be the 10th victory against the Lucanians. Fantastic. And now we've unlocked that costume. We can hand in a forage mission, but I think there's really no point. There's no point. No point doing that because we might as well hold on to it for the next Rune of Prophecies. Okay. Alright, no wood for that guy yet. Nothing there. Nothing there. Let's go in here. Another dupe card. Man, there's way too many mimics. Mimics, I feel, are almost on the same level as treasure golems. I would rather, like, the game. First of all, there's a mandatory dialogue box where the game has to tell you that it's a mimic. Then you gotta do the fight. Now the fight lasts it's over very quickly. Nevertheless, that's a bit of extra time, and then you have to interact with the chest again for a second time to actually open the chest, because it doesn't automatically give you the rewards. I think one thing that would make mimic fights less of a disruption would be if the game didn't force you to interact with the chest a second time. Just to get that done. Let's see. I mean, I need to find one more little dwarf, like somehow. I guess we'll try our luck with vortex enemies. There's our Riddle Dwarf, Azurel, Frostbite. Okay. Oh, and I still didn't re-equip Time Walk. Keep forgetting. I guess we can even do a little bit of optional combat. 150 favor is a good amount of favor. I think you get some pretty good favor from these things as well. Especially if it gives you combat. Yeah, that's a lot of that. Okay, so Big Boned is another trait Netherstone that we just picked up. At the start of battle, gains maximum health equal to 35% of its attack. Dude. And let's see what else the Netherstone does. It also gives an extra 38% health. The others, come on, we need to lock this. We need to fucking favorite it. We need to have. We need to see creatures. More damage for each sorcery creature. Or do we want to give... So, who has an empty nether slot? Only Frighten. Now, what spell gems? Blank Slate out of Frighten with a health boost. Actually, I mean, I'll think about it, because how often is Frighten gonna get a chance to even have a turn, right? It's one of those things which sounded a lot better initially than like it actually works in practice. Like the first thought is, oh my god, that's more health. We can get more damage because we have more health. But then it's like, well, the only guy who can use it is almost never gonna get a chance to act. So then what do we do? Like, so then what's it doing for us, you know? You know what I mean? Alright. Let's give it a this action. Okay. Yeah, man, there's way too many mimics. That's the realm done, but we still have to take out the master. But like, where is this guy? Let's get some more favor. I don't remember what this does. Fucking stop, dude. Attack, man, get fucked with your attacking 11 times. Like, why are enemy mimics scripted to be ahead of our guys? The game should randomize it or do something else. Oh, this is probably the master. Yes. That was the 16th win against the Calamneers. We've actually fought these guys a lot, despite the fact that they are new creatures from the 2.0 update. Alright, I think we can call this realm good. And we'll get a little bit of extra favor out of this. Beautiful. Okay. Next, we're gonna head home. We're gonna hand in this Rune of Prophecies because we're not doing 2 raid missions and we haven't found a single Nether Realm. So again, a disappointing Rune of Prophecies, but we tried our best. Didn't work out. Ooh. Obviously, I really like the changes we made to the arena area. Looks pretty damn awesome. The sword on the left, the graphical effect does look a little bit weird. What I'll do is maybe I'll you know what, let me save the game. In between episodes, I'll take a look and I'll see if we can find something. Maybe just like a big sword without a graphical effect on it, and then just slap that on the wall, or some other big thing that can just go on the wall. We'll see. So let's hand this in. 9 lines could have been a lot better. Actually, that 9 lines isn't that bad. Let's take a look at the new rune arena. Goblet. Ugh. 2 raid missions. Ugh. Assassination. Ugh. Actually, how far are we on the assassination? We're pretty far on the assassination. We're probably pretty close. Yeah, we're pretty close on the raid mission. So we'll just swallow this, I guess. Let's do the infinite arena. No, this seems pretty good. Random living spell could be pretty good. Obviously, what you really want are those banshees. Yeah. Well, ideally one of the banshees with the see, if we're getting banshees, but not the ones that I want. I want the ones with like empowered chain lightning. Let's see. The last mulligan, I gotta take one of these. Sure, I'll take that. Honestly, this seems pretty good. Or maybe I could have taken a mimic, but who cares? I think we need to win 8 battles. Okay, yeah, the fighting is a little slow. the fighting is a little slow because we didn't get any area of effect. The only quasi-AoE we have is Savage Spores, except... Um, it's a buff debuff spell. So, you know what? We'll get through this. It won't be that bad. Ooh, that didn't work. Get away from me? Alright. Alright, get that done. The dervish. Alright, that's done. Please. Alright. Couple more. And just to be on the safe side, and in case I misread it and I've actually got to get 9 kills instead of 8, I'll get one more. Because it definitely wasn't 10. It was definitely in the single digits. Okay. Now we're gonna forfeit because we're done. Yep, that's done. And now we gotta do some gambling. We gotta do slot machines. And Siralim. Alright, and again we gotta do Riddle Dwarves. Alright. Let's get this done first. Just don't give me extra turns, that's the only thing I don't want you to do. Right, we won some stuff, that's fine. What about things? The raid mission will actually happen because we can hand it in. We can hand in the raid mission that we're doing right now, and then we can start a new one immediately. And then we'll be fine. Alright, okay. Oh my god, really? Are you fucking serious, dude? Are you fucking kidding me, man? Two of the... I should have taken a better look at this, but now we're in too deep. We've already committed to this garbage-ass Rune of Prophecies. So stupid, man. Whatever. I know I had 352, but I skated right past that. I wasn't expecting. No. I'm not dealing with Vulpas. Vulpas suck because they cast stuff at the start of combat. Also, before I go on, I need to equip the. Oh, God. I'm fumbling badly here. Oh my god. Please. There we go. But before I go on, I need to... So... Chaos. We need to give... this time walk... We need to give this time walk a chaos transform. And we need to equip this. On you. Okay, okay. Now, let's continue. Again, we're gonna have to kill some candle enemies. Oh my god, chance to... Fuck off. Dumpling is... stuck? I should have just let him stay there. It would have been funny. Turns aggressive and attacks. Yeah, I'm not getting into any optional combat in this realm because it sucks. So we will do the, we'll do it in the next round. The, candle summons. Motherfucker, stop it, dude. Ugh. Now there is a way to deal with... Fuck off, dude. There is a way to deal with protected enemies and champion enemies, or enemies that are resisting damage, but it's a... Somebody left a comment on my video and alerted me to this. It depends on one of the newly added exotic creatures, the Jackal Swarm. But the problem is, you won't be able to kill bosses with that build. But what you can do is... And then with the enemy that you have the Jackal Swarm on, you won't be able to cast any other, like, normal spells. Basically what Jackal Swarm does is it flips... Fuck off, dude. Are you fucking serious right now, man? Like... Okay, at least we're gonna get a skin. Get the fuck away from me, you piece of garbage trash, dude. Mermaid skin for the Gorgon. Let's take a look at that. What am I doing? Let's take a look at that. Mermaid skin for... What? Oh. That's a completely different thing. This is the skin for the mermaid specialization. This is the... Oof. That is a... that is the scariest looking mermaid I think I've ever seen. Alright. Anyway, let's let's keep going. Man, I really wish I hadn't fucked up the Rune of Prophecies. How can you have two different... objectives for 2 missions. That's not... Yeah, the Rune of Prophecies needs tweaking. It's just such a grind, man. Alright. Come on. Do we need to find buried treasure? The answer is no, so I don't really care about that. How many of these do we need to kill? Fucking 19, really? Yeah, I'm not summoning them. Not in this round. I'm not. I don't even want to get into mimic fights, but I guess we have to. Yes, look at how trash this realm is. The fuck was wrong with this group of enemies? Oh no. Dumpling, please. Go away. Oh, well, we're finally done. Have we fought the master? I guess we have. I'm just worried that maybe there's like gonna be like a nether portal with the 3 master fights. And I guess we are gonna pick up the buried treasure just for the hell of it. Alright. Okay. I'll start this other raid mission because that's the only way we're gonna get any value out of this Rune of Prophecies, is if we now actually do this second raid mission. This one's taking a while. I had 372 and I ruined it, but we can take 363 and we'll be happy. Alright. We need to talk to Riddle Dwarves again. That's gonna be another potential roadblock. We've been having just like rough luck with our Rune of Prophecies. Alright. Oh no, stay away, dude. Alright, let's start working on these candle enemies. What do we need to kill? Basically, mostly death and nature. So let's get some death. Fuck off, man. Just quickly take out the master. Man. That's so annoying, man. Yeah, you need to either raise the amount of creatures you can summon in a realm or drastically lower the amount of kills that you're asked to do for the Rune of Prophecies thing, because good lord, this is a grind. I don't know why this was changed, man. It makes no sense, dude. Like, what was... Yes, sometimes the game would glitch out if you summoned a lot of creatures, but that would only happen if I stayed in a realm summoning like hundreds of creatures, right? And then sometimes creatures would start getting spawned into the walls and things like that. I never really noticed any performance issues from summoning lots of creatures in a realm. The only performance issues I thought I noticed ended up actually being the fault of OBS. All right. We need to. To get this done, let's get some more. I don't know. Fuck off. Oh, sorry. No, that's fine. I thought this was the treasure golem teleporting into me, but you are okay. Let's just get some. Do we even need to kill any sorcery creatures? Yeah, so let's get some sorceries. All right. How many more do we need? Man, it's... Alright. Let's get this done. Let's get this done. How long have we been going? Let me just quickly check. Yeah, this is gonna be a long video just because we had a slow start and then we had to do arena combat and now we're having to deal with this nonsense. Let's get this done. And we still have another boss to fight, so it's not like we're even done after this round. Alright, another duplicate card, don't care. Ooh, at least we're gonna get another skin. This is the Centaur Ride. I'm not sure what the reference is, but it's a skin for the centaurs. Another duplicate card. Let's take a look at the Bloodless Bard, Carver, Centaur. Sorry, third Centaur skin. Huh, the one in the fight looked like it was a lot less colorful than this. Maybe it was just like a fusion effect. But this one looks a lot nicer. So we're done. No need for us to stay. Let's move on to the next realm. We take on Jotun, and then we can end the episode. Oh my god, so... Like, I've been playing for so long that my concentration is suffering. Also, I should have taken a look at what the blessing was. Treasure Golem spawn chance. That's honestly pretty nice. We need to find 5 of these guys, so let's start talking to them. Oh my god, it's probably life, but let me just check. So, ultimate praise. The sun is a life class spell, which is what my guess would have been. Right. Now, who the fuck are you? I feel like I've seen this creature before. Yeah, he already has a health bar. So, I think now we're done finding exotics. So, the Bestiary is only slightly screwed up. Okay. Still, it should be fixed because it still looks really annoying. But at least on the current evidence, if there were more exotic creatures, then the... Oh god. I want to stay away from these treasure golems. Alright. I'll take the 7 debuffs. Oh my god, fuck off, dude. Your extra traits. Actually, I probably shouldn't have given him 7 debuffs if he already has extra traits. I'm definitely not putting him at the top of the timeline. No matter how much the game tempts me, I'm just not gonna do it. Oh god, well, I mean, I needed to go through so I don't... So I don't feel that bad about it. Alright. Trait Netherstone, let's take a look at that. That is, after this creature provoked, a random boost spell, don't care. Don't care, let's take out these Spark Tails. Alright. I'm not putting him at the top of the timeline. No matter how much you try and make me, I'm never gonna put any nether boss at the top of the timeline again. Just because I feel like nether bosses have been overcooked a little bit in terms of trying to make them more challenging. But really, most of the new balance changes just make the fights just like less fun. All right. I probably shouldn't be getting into extra combat in an extra traits realm, but you know what? I guess we'll be fine. There you are. Right, well, we got rid of his extra traits and we got rid of our debuffs, so that was pretty nice. Alright. Alright. Alright, dude. There's a lot of battle fatigue stacking, but there we go. Alright. Now you can see there are only 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So again, I'm just gonna take whatever's on top. I don't care. The heaping treasure gives us a trait netherstone and another 6,000 reputation. Right, that's pretty nice. And is there anything else we need to do in this realm? I don't think so. Let me take a look at that trait netherstone. Oh, I need to get rid of this netherstone, so that's 209. Alright, I'll destroy that in a moment. I'm starting to get tired of these mammoths. There's too many of them. Alright. Alright, I think we're done. Yeah. Let's just do this. So another bounty against Jotun. We're gonna keep fighting this guy until he has nothing left, and then we will never have to fight him ever again. So he's there. One thing that's gonna be a little bit frustrating is we are on the verge of finishing the yeah, literally one realm away for finishing the gladiator realm quests, but we're not gonna get to see that right now. I'm tempted to just do one more quick round, but no, this episode has been long enough already. So let's just destroy that nether stone that we said we would. Okay. Right. So let's reflect on what was accomplished this episode. We actually got a bunch of achievements this episode. Notably, we bought out all of the weather effects from Everett. The Fair Weather Friend achievements, all 10 of them, because we had enough of the currency to get it, and we still have like millions of the currency to spend on whatever we like. Maybe there's gonna be something useful to get with it in the future, or maybe even some cool cosmetic things. Speaking of cosmetic changes, we changed things around a little bit. In the arena area, we unlocked this. Well, we bought this really nice floor effect. We put it around the rug, and I think it looks really nice. And we also moved things around a little bit. We removed one of those weapon racks, and in its place we put this sword. I might switch that out for a different kind of like a wall thing. We'll think about it. So we did that. What else did we do? Not a whole lot. Well, I also think we've finished the Bestiary. This is gonna be really, really, triggering for a lot of people. The fact that these numbers are off, even if it's off by 1. In some ways, being off by 1 feels a lot worse than being off by, like, I don't know, 37, because it just feels really bad. But I think we've finished the bestiary that is currently existing in the game. Because we found another exotic portal, but it showed us one of the exotic creatures that we've already seen. So there's that. Then, I guess let's just see some of the other achievement progress we've made. How are we for creature parts? Oh hey, look at that! I think we did another 0.01. So we're slowly crawling upwards. And let's take a look at character achievements, see how we're doing for, you know, we completed another 9 lines, took us to 2863, and another 1 rune took us to 383. And let's take a look at some of the realm achievements. And see how we're doing on those. We are above 45,000 for resource nodes and above 90,000 for destructible objects. Now I feel like we are in the home stretch for both of these. Also, let's take a look at the candle. Sorry, not the candle, the teleportation shrine. We've refreshed that over 81,000 times. And we're getting close to the 100,000 mark. And with that, I think we're gonna wrap things up. So, yeah, a bunch of things happened in this episode. It was a longer episode. I have no idea what I'm gonna put as the title or the thumbnail. Actually, I know what I'm gonna put as the title of the thumbnail. It's gotta be the bestiary thing, because that is just that is kind of funny. It's kind of goofy, and I guess we should document this before it gets patched out, because no doubt it's gonna be patched. If not in a hotfix, then certainly in the next big content update. But yes, we'll have some fun with it in the meantime. But anyway, that's gonna be all for this one. I'm gonna say thank you so much for watching. Hope you had a good time. Hope you enjoyed yourselves. Hope you'll join me in the next episode for some more excitement as we try and really focus down Jotun and, you know, kill him for good. But yes, that's gonna be coming up in the upcoming episodes. And for now, I'm gonna say thanks for watching, and until the next time, take care.